19th century, if you wanted to buy tea, hello, you went to the grocer's and asked for it by weight. But there was a problem. You had absolutely no idea whether what you were buying was in fact pure tea. Tea adulteration was rampant. Historian Jane Pettigrew has been investigating the treacheries of the early tea trade.
Tea was so expensive in those days. The average price of a pound of tea in round about 1800 was between 18 shillings and 20 shillings.
That would be around £30 in today's money. The high cost meant it was tempting for fraudsters to fake it.
Unscrupulous traders would actually make false tea by picking leaves from other bushes and trees, and they would take those leaves and they would be boiled up in ferrous sulfate and sheep's dung.
The chemical ferrous sulfate, along with the sheep's dung, added colour.
And then that would be mixed with real tea that had already been brewed.
Second-hand tea?
Second-hand teas, yes. And then coloured in Prussian blue to give them that sort of blue-green tinge. So people were drinking all sorts of things that they really shouldn't have been. I would not want to be drinking something that's been steeped in sheep's dung.
No.
You just don't know, do you? And all these dangerous chemicals that would certainly not be allowed today.
At least 8 factories in London in the 1840s existed for the sole purpose of drying used tea leaves and reselling them to fraudulent dealers.
But one man was to change all this and allow us to trust our tea.
He was honest John Horniman, a Quaker tea merchant whose business integrity helped make him a large fortune. He invented a tea packaging machine, and according to Fiona Kerlog, curator of the Horniman Museum, that was the game changer.
John Horniman was the first person to sell tea in sealed packages of guaranteed weight and purity.
Unlike most tea being produced at the time, Horniman's was pure, and he made the most of this unique selling point in his advertising.
This is a poster from the 1850s.
Oh, right.
And it says, tea with the import mark of your firm is, as described, perfectly pure and free from all artificial colouring and is in every respect wholesome and most desirable for general use.
His strategy was so successful that by 1891 he was said to have the largest tea company in the world. Horniman's successful package branding strategy quickly attracted a whole host of rivals. And in 1918, one of the new brands, Lyons Tea, bought Horniman's. Eventually, the name disappeared from the UK, although it still remains a market leader in Spain. And I think it's rather a shame that honest John Horniman doesn't get a bit more credit for this whole phenomenon, for helping us enjoy a cuppa safe in the knowledge that it really is nothing but pure